Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Sid,
I'm Tay.
and today we're going to be watching BMSG Posse for the first time.
Posse.
This is Minna Bling Bling. It is, one of three major Posse songs, but like I'll say that it's one of my favorites. Even if there's only three, that's okay. Even if you count all five, it's still one of my favorites. But yes, you were
Um,
saying?
yes, I was just gonna say this is not my first Posse song. Tokyo Night Dreaming is my first Posse song, but there is not a video for that. So I went
Yep.
ahead and listened to it. Sid was like, "Yeah, we're not gonna do a reaction to that unless they do a live stage." Which, if they do a
Hmm.
live stage, then I'll know the song, and that's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, Posse.
Yes.
Ah,
Tay's first exploration into Posse. It's going to be very exciting.
yes.
I think this song has a lot of references in it to like self-referential and like to other BMSG stuff and like references to their each of their own journeys and stuff like that. So it's
Classic.
very good. But it's also like the silliest and most fun song you've ever seen in your life. So
Well,
be
with a
ready.
name like Minna Bling Bling, I wasn't expecting a tearjerker. I won't lie.
Well, you'd be right.
All right. So let's get into it. Yeah.
Yes.
New York, we're going there.
Yup. Oh, I love these stupid pink suits.
Wow.
God, I love this song.
Yes, dude.
I love that shot. It's so silly.
Yeah.
These outfits.
Oh, wow.
Yum.
Wow.
Oh. Oh. I love this song.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
Oh my god.
Isn't that song like perfect?
It is. I think
It's like actually a perfect song.
I'm having a flash from like months ago. I'm pretty sure that you said something to me about this song. You were like, you're gonna something about the ending of the song. You were like telling me about something about Eddie, and I don't remember what exactly you told me, but I fucking love the way that Eddie ended that song.
Yeah, that was probably it. That I was just like, you're not ready for Eddie's last verse or some. I probably said
Wow.
some shit like that, and you were like, well, yes, because yeah, no, it literally it ties the whole song together. It's perfect. And now you see where some of my Discord profiles came from
Yeah, and your favorite
because this was
gifts.
one. Yeah, well, of course. Because this is one that I used for a while. But yeah, wow. Fantastic song.
Wow. Man, I love Eddie on this track, dude.
Oh yeah, this is an Eddie track. Like
Yeah,
this is one where he shines a lot. Like
for sure.
obviously everybody's got a little verse, everybody shines a little bit, but like this is a time for Eddie to scream into the mic and for
Yes.
me to listen.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was going to say what got me what got me about Eddie um the very first time was when we heard him on and I keep mixing them up. It was at BMSG West that he was on or East. I don't remember.
Yes. Yeah, he's on West.
Okay. So when
Yeah.
he did his verse on West, that's when I was like, "Holy shit, I love his voice." And he just did that like a
Mhm.
million times on this track.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, he sounds great. I love whatever kind of screamy, gravelly. I love that. Like as long as it's not hurting his voice, because I don't
Right.
know if it is. Um, as long as it's not hurting his voice, I love hearing it like all the time.
I know that
It's
there is a safe way to do that with your voice, so I'm sure he's had the vocal training and he
yeah,
knows how to do it.
I would hope so. Yeah, I would hope so. Because otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah, I don't think Boss would allow him to keep doing that if
No.
because I know that Boss has had his own issues with like not being properly vocally trained and he had some complications with his voice because of it.
Yeah,
So I don't see
he had
him
nodes.
yeah, I don't see him greenlighting Eddie continuing to do that if that were bad for him.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, wow. Um, my favorite part of this song is actually that first switch into well, I can't say that. My favorite part of the song is chorus verse, but that's because that's just who I am. I can't get rid of that. But other than that, my favorite part of this song is the transition from Boss's opening
Mm-hmm.
to Shota's verse. Like
Yeah.
the way that all of the instrumentation changes and the whole vibe switches and you're just like, where did we go, where are we? I
Yeah.
love it. And I like specifically how many references Shota has in his own to himself, like
Yeah.
references to himself, references to the company. I just like it. It's
Yeah,
very
if I
fun.
were to pick like a second favorite part, it would probably be Shota's part when he first comes in cuz like I whatever the hell that layering that was going on in the track was going like I just
Yeah, it was crazy.
incredible
Mm-hmm.
for the video.
Mm-hmm.
Fever Dream.
Oh yeah, no, like literally nothing makes sense and that's okay. I love the
um
pink suits. I love the fake, like they're on the train and
yeah.
there's turbulence. I love it. I just think it's so fun and funny.
I love the pink suits. They're so silly and their hair.
Oh yeah. Especially Boss's hair.
Yeah. His alfalfa
Yeah.
ass like piece of
Yup. Yup. He's the main character.
well, yes. Um the clocks was really fun. Um
Hmm.
and then
I love the core Eddie
Babushka.
little they look so cute.
Oh yes. That's the
That's the gift that Wen
that's
will
the
use.
gif.
Yeah. That's the gift.
Ah. Um
He's so cute.
I really like the just like how vibrant the video is too. Like they use a lot of like bright colors. Except
It's very
for
saturated.
yeah, except for obviously the parts where they're in their pajamas in the cubicles. That
Hmm.
part's pretty muted, but other than
Yeah, but
that, there's
everything else is
yeah,
like, whoa.
yeah, everything, literally everything else. There's so many bright colors going on.
Hmm. Bright colors, but also this like stark, dark black background.
Boss is so unserious, bro. It
Yep,
won't let me find the frame, but that
that's okay.
I'll put a picture up on the
That
screen.
face.
Yeah. And then Core's was also really funny because
Yeah, his eyes twitching, bro. He's just like me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me.
Um, I also really liked the and this could be me like reaching or whatever, but when they're in the hot air balloon, where obviously with hot air balloons, you're going like way high up in the sky. That's them. They're just going up and up and
Yup.
up.
Up and up forever. Except they are throwing money off the side, so maybe don't do that.
Unless I'm there to catch it.
Yeah, sure, actually. Thank you. Thank you. I need that for tour. Thank you.
Yep. We need that money and we're just going to give it right back to you.
Classic. That Eddie
Yeah.
line from being alone to making more friends.
Yeah, being alone and making more friends.
What if I
Wow.
what if I die, bro?
No,
What do you mean?
genuinely.
Like, don't say that.
That's such a
You make me sad.
yeah.
But also happy.
I'm so happy he has them.
Me too.
Um I also wanted to talk about Reiko's part in the middle there.
Hmm.
I there's like drugs in that part, I think. I just
Oh
got
yeah.
the
Like,
biggest serotonin boost listening to him.
hmm he's
Um
got like such a small part, but it has so much impact.
yeah, for
Because it's
sure.
like it's different from all the other parts, like every part of this song is very different from each other. It obviously doesn't follow like a very typical, well, kind semi-typical song structure, because I mean
Mhm.
it's still like verse chorus bridge chorus,
Right.
but it feels different because it's more like a mic relay type of
Mhm.
thing where everyone has their own verse. But yeah, Reiko doing basically the whole bridge just on his own is like, it's perfect.
It sounds
It's
so
perfect.
good. I
Yeah.
just like the melody there. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wowie.
Yep.
I
And
and
that's the only part of the song that has like a melody like that.
yeah.
Yep.
This ain't magical, no poetic. Reality's what I made.
Yeah, and then that like whatever he's doing with his voice where he's like sliding those notes up. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if it's like a post edit or if he was able to do something with his voice there that made it sound
It
like that.
sounds
But
it sounds raw
oh,
to me.
yeah.
Yeah. It sounds
Wow.
fantastic. Sounds so good.
And it's just
He
like
just
cuz
he just flipped into that head voice really
yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Especially
Yeah.
because like we're obviously watching the first right now, so like we're seeing like where he started with like his, vocals and stuff, and like he's always had it, but like now that he's had like the support and like the like knowledge given to him, and he's been given the correct tools to, level up his own artistic abilities, it's like night and day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's great. It's fantastic. He sounds so good.
He sounds incredible.
I always love hearing Reiko on a posse track because it's like it really is like you've got four, like obviously Shoto's not like a rapper, but like you've got four guys who like can pull off like this like cipher style of song, and then Reiko comes in and he's just like singing the most heavenly thing that you've
Yeah.
ever heard, and you're like where are we? I'm having a good time though.
We're
It's fun.
we're in BMSG world. That's where we are.
Yeah, we're in the land of delusion right now. Like, man,
Yeah. Wow. Great.
good song.
Yeah, great first song for, well, first
First for you. Well,
kind of.
kind of.
Yeah.
First full 5-member posse song for you.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, almost all their sauce is in their lyrics, which is good because that means that I can just watch and listen and digest.
Yeah.
But that means when it comes to live stages, I'm actually gonna freak out, jump, scream, not know what to do. Like, I
Yup.
fear I fear this is about to be crazy for me.
Yup.
Oh, because I have not seen this. My goodness.
Okay.
My God. Okay. Going. Bro. Oh, bro. Oh, not an extra long intro, bro. I can't do this.
Yup.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, bro. I might cry. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh God, I wish I was here.
Oh my God.
Wow.
What?
Oh my God. Whoa.
That's crazy, bro.
Whoa.
That is insane.
I don't think I'm a normal guy.
Ah.
Holy shit, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do I do now? What do I do now, like with my life? Like, how do I keep going?
I feel like
nothing to
my head
say.
is spinning.
I actually have nothing to say.
Okay, so I'll start then. So I was like bracing myself for Eddie's part because obviously I was like, oh my God, it blew me away on the MP3. So I was like bracing myself. So I was totally unprepared for when Reiko came on the track.
Bro.
I don't know what it is that was different, but I feel like I got punched in the face.
Oh yeah. You know, he did an extra little.
Yeah.
Oh my God. How did he do that? How is he real?
Crazy.
Are any of them real? I think this was a fake show that didn't happen, and this was not. Even though we know people who were here,
We're mass hallucinating.
I think this is actually not real, and it didn't happen.
I wasn't even paying attention to anything like on the stage. I was just
Oh no,
zeroed
I was
in on
completely 100%.
Yeah.
I was 100% focused on everybody's delivery, and that was it. I kept turning. Obviously, everybody saw me gripping my headphones. I have a dial on my headphones where I can turn it up louder. I just kept turning it up. I just kept turning. I couldn't stop turning it up. I had to seal it in, really make sure I could hear it. That was crazy.
Bro.
Oh my god. Even just Shota's part where
Yeah.
he did the low half and then he did the high
Yeah.
half. Bro, like I knew he did both parts on the track, but like on the original track, but like he just had to hit us with both.
He did. I was actually going to talk about Shota too. I love, because this is not the first time that like we've heard him do like auto-tune on an MP3 and then like done like a live version of it. And it's
Yeah.
been kind of different every time. Like obviously some things have to stay the same. Like he puts the mod on the mic and you know delivers the
Yeah.
lines and stuff. But it's just been like, I don't know. I feel like with him doing that extra stuff, like the extra like auto tune, all that stuff on the track, it gives him more creative freedom when he's performing live to do whatever the hell he
Mhm.
wants, like deliver it however he
Mhm.
wants. And I
Yeah.
just love it.
I'm personally a fan of the live autotune.
Yeah.
I know not everybody likes it, but
I think it's fun.
I like it. Yeah, I think it's fun. And I think he has fun with it, and I like to see him have fun. So
Yeah.
it's like
Exactly.
it's a win-win.
Yeah, because like it's obvious that he's not, it's obvious that he can sing. Like
Yeah, he's not using it to cover up his mistakes. He's using it as a tool for expression.
yeah,
So,
for creativity.
yes. I like it.
It's really
And
good.
I especially like hearing it. Like obviously I would like to hear his raw voice sometimes, but I like hearing the auto-tune mics live, especially on like a song like this, because like it lends itself so well to his part, because like he probably wrote his part and was like practicing it and was like, I think this is going to sound good with this auto-tune, so I'm going to use it when we perform it too, because the part is like supposed to have it. So like, you know what I mean? Like it's like the part was created with that in mind, in my opinion. But yeah.
Goodness. They're
Crazy.
not real.
We are BMSG
Bro.
POSSE, you know.
We
I
do know.
do know. Yeah. I love them all ad-libbing over each other's parts, especially like the sections where like you know somebody's got to take a breath, so you like finish their line for them while they can take a breath, and then they're like ad-libbing on top of each other, and like
Yeah, man.
it's great. It's great. Having so much fun. All the say whats.
Yeah.
All that stuff. All the extra little flourishes. It's so fun.
Speaking of the extra flourishes, Eddie, bro, the screaming. Like I thought it was crazy on the track and he just went like 10 times harder on the live. He's like,
yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah. Wow. He's on one.
He
sure.
is. Yeah. I love that. I love the quality of his voice so much when he does that screaming. And it's just like when he, cuz like there was like a couple of parts where he like did like the notes, like what was written whatever in the song, and then he's like, and then I'm going to really push it.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it when he'll take a note and then you can tell he's like, "Oh, I'm going to end this phrase and I'm just going to like slide the notes up real high for no reason." And I'm like, "Sure. I'll take it."
Exactly.
Another one, please.
And then Reiko with his extra like, you know,
his little extra run.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
His runs just like generally speaking are always like incredible, but on this song in particular, I'm just blown away.
Yeah, no, that one was extra tasty.
It
was like, and I didn't expect it. And maybe that's why. It's because I fully just didn't expect it. I was like, he already hit that other note so nice and clean. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't need to do anything else. And then he does something else. And I was just like, whoa, where are we?
Yeah, because he had the
It was
one
so good.
he had the one run written in the track, and then he did it
Mhm.
again for the second part.
Hmm.
Hello?
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 Where are we? How'd you do that?
And then core. Bro.
Girl.
We got to talk about it.
Oh, I can't talk about him. I can't.
It is
Oh, his part's so good.
It's the way that he sounds exactly the same from the
Mhm.
track to the live. Exactly the same.
He
And his
what am I supposed to do?
His flow is so
It's nice.
it's punchy, but it's smooth. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it makes perfect sense because I feel the same way. His flow to me is you could literally compliment him in any way and I'll say yes, I agree. Because like, man, there's something about particularly his flow that made me become a fan in the first place. When I think the first, I don't remember what the first song I saw him on. That's for a different video. But yeah, the first thing that really drew me to him was his flow on different songs. And I was like, oh, this guy's got some interesting stuff going on. And then it's the way that he also plays with with syllables and like there's a lot of like I don't know how to say this in an intelligent way.
Me all the
He
time.
uses like a lot of like it's because we started talking about core and my brain's got like there's math going on in my brain and my mouth does not know how to translate it. But no, like he uses a lot of syllables that are like really like I don't know, pleasing to the ear. Like he knows where to emphasize certain things and where to pull back on certain things. And
For sure.
I find that his rapping sometimes sounds like a conversation.
Yeah.
Or like he's just like an expressive conversation. So like sometimes a rap will sound like a song and you're like, well, of course, this is music, so that makes sense. But sometimes a rap will sound like somebody's talking to you. And sometimes that's what I get from his stuff. Is like he's rapping, but he's also just like telling a story of sorts. Does that make sense?
No, it does.
Man. I love him a lot. If anybody couldn't tell, I love him a lot.
And then we have to talk about Boss too. He opened the song, but I feel like for this song in particular, he took kind of like a back seat after doing the opening.
Yeah, to me, his part seems like he was like a conductor kind of.
Yeah.
Like he was like or like the guy who like opens the show, you know what I mean?
He's like introducing
the MC that opens the show that's like, "Hey, here's a little bit about me. Here's my guys."
Yeah.
And then like lets them do their thing and then comes back in at the end to be like, "Hey,
this
those
is
are
us.
my guys."
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like it. I like it cuz he just comes in and he's just like and the stage goes to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's really like interesting obviously because like my experience with Boss and like his songs that I've heard and then like for those of you at home, I've seen him perform ID from Dunk which we're not doing a Dunk video by the way because I'm 99.9% sure it would get claimed, so we wouldn't be able to post it anyway.
Claims. Yeah.
And like blocked kind of claimed, not the usual
Yeah.
kind of claimed.
Yeah.
So I did see ID at Dunk, and then I mentioned it in the other video. Sid showed me It's Okay. For me, my experience with Boss is that he is such a monster when he performs, when he's like delivering his lines, even if he doesn't perform in the whole song, like with ID, like that was a collaboration song. He just like he has this overwhelming presence, and it wasn't it wasn't like gone from this stage, like he still had it, but it definitely felt dialed back, and he was like, this
Mm-hmm.
isn't about me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It kind of felt to me that like he was this is a little silly to say, but he's like got this like stage monster in him, right?
Yeah, for
That we've
sure.
we've talked about before.
Yeah.
This was kind of like him being like taking his stage monster and like splitting it into 5. And
I
was
see
like,
it.
so like he was only using 1/5 of his stage monster because he only needed to, because there were 4 other guys there, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
And arguably the
no,
four other guys also have their own stage monsters. Like
exactly.
calling Reiko's stage presence a stage monster is funny to me because it
Yeah.
doesn't feel like a monster, but he still has an
Yeah.
overwhelming and powerful presence. It just doesn't
Mm-hmm.
feel like a
Oh, for
monster.
sure. No. Um, but yeah, no, it's I find Posse to be very interesting as a group of 5, because like
Yeah,
specifically these 5. I know Posse is infinitely expandable and can be
right.
anyone, but like specifically when you have these 5 people working together, there's something that happens. There's some kind of magic that happens, because like they're all so different,
They are,
but
yeah.
they're also all so the same.
I feel like
And it
the
doesn't really make any sense.
I feel like the similarities is that they have the same idea of what music should be, but they
Mhm.
have different ways of delivering that. They have their
Mhm.
own specialties and stuff like that. And so they have, like, with each of their own specialties, they're bringing it together into a few songs. Obviously, most of the Posse songs right now are these 5 guys, or like most of these 5 guys, and that it can be, like Sid said, anything. Posse isn't just these
Mhm.
5 guys, it's like not a fixed unit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when it's these 5, it's just so like I obviously didn't know what to expect going into it, but I feel like the consensus is that you never know what to expect going into a Posse song.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The 3 like major Posse songs, like Girlfriend, Minna Bling Bling, and Overdrive, they're all, fun. They're all very different from each other, but yet I keep saying the same thing. They're like very different, yet they feel like siblings. Like they feel like they belong together. You know what I mean? Like it's like they're like very different genres, but like they're all exciting. They're all, like rap heavy. They've all got this like beautiful siren vocalist, or sometimes 2.
Right.
And it's like it's just like it's like you have perfect ingredients, and no matter what combination you put the ingredients in, it's gonna taste good.
Yeah.
You,
Um
like
I just feel
yeah.
like they're not necessarily their roots, but like I don't know a different word for it at the moment, but like their roots
Mhm.
are very similar in
Mhm.
like their belief in creativity and artistry, and less so about like numbers and
Yeah.
trying to make things be popular, and anything like that. Like they're all 5 of these guys on this track, and I'm sure on the other tracks of theirs,
Mhm.
um just feels like they're trying to create something that they will have fun with, and because they're having fun with it, it attracts other people that also really just
Yeah.
genuinely love music.
Yep.
Because you and I both
100%.
genuinely love music, and we have been completely trapped by this company.
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah. And it's because you can tell that they're all so sincere about what they do.
Hmm.
Like, and about what they make. So it's like, even when they're making a song like this that is so incredibly unserious, it still has so much heart in it.
Yeah.
Like like they're literally like they're talking about where they came from, and like who they are and where they are now, and they're doing it in a silly way, but like they're still getting across a very good message, um while being silly on stage.
Of course.
And I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Wow.
I love you, BMSG Posse.
They're so cool.
Yeah.
Which I knew
And
that was going to happen.
yeah, they've always been cool. um I love these outfits.
Yeah, the
I love
jumpsuits
them.
are so,
I
like,
love
I
the
want one
jumpsuit.
so bad.
And underneath the jumpsuit, they have like a punk rock. Like, I don't know if you saw the shirt on the BMSG shop website at any point, but it's like it's got like striped sleeves. It's like black and green, and it's like got like that metal type font BMSG. I
Oh,
want it. It's underneath the jumpsuits in this, and I
yeah.
wanted it so bad. The larges sold out like immediately, and they never restocked them, so I could never buy one.
Damn.
They literally don't want me to have anything. They don't want me to have anything.
Man.
Maybe I'll get it eventually.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I wanted that shirt so bad, man.
Oh my god.
Overwhelmed.
Yeah, no, yeah, to the nth degree.
Yep. That's why we can only do one posse song at a time.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's too much going on.
Yeah,
I considered doing
mm.
a video where we did Girlfriend, Minna, Bling Bling, and Overdrive all at the same time. No.
I would
No,
blast
kid.
off.
You wouldn't make it to Overdrive, which is funny
No.
because Overdrive is the one that would overstimulate you the most.
Oh,
So it's
great.
like you would like have gotten to the point you would just listen to Minna Bling Bling. I would have shown you Overdrive and you would have been like, I have to go. I can't watch this.
That was Posse. That was our first dive into music video and live stage for Posse. Sid had seen the music video, obviously.
Yes.
But this was also Sid's first time seeing the live stage from Posse for this song.
As you can tell. Because I did not act normally when that video was playing.
Well, neither of us did. I think we both were freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, I was crying, I was gesturing wildly, I was screaming.
I was smiling so hard that my cheeks were hurting, my eyes were watering. Like, they weren't watering because I was crying. They were just like, I was cheesing so hard that my eyes were like, girl, what the fuck is going on?
Sometimes I'll be watching something or like playing a video game or something, and I'm having so much fun that I forget to blink. And then my eyes are like, hey, we need to blink. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, my eyes are dry as hell right now.
God. But yeah, thank y'all for hanging out with us. Thank you for watching our reaction. I hope you agreed with most of the things that we had to say about Posse. If you have anything that you want to say about Posse, we welcome that down in the comments. We were just talking about how we could have done like a lyric dive for this song, but it would have made this song probably another hour longer. Which is crazy. So we might revisit like doing a lyric dive later in the future. So if you really want that, just, let us know. If you really want us to do a lyric dive into Posse songs, let us know. We'll hear you out. But yeah, other than that, we've got, I don't even know what's up on the table for next week, but for Saturday, this coming Saturday,
I don't either.
We're going to be doing the first episode 10. And yes. I don't remember when Sid said that it starts to get to the longer points. I think you said something like 13 or 14 is when it starts to get to be longer.
Around there.
So we will continue to do the two, like the 10-1, 10-2, all of that until it gets to those longer episodes, in which case we will have to do like split them up because that is just way too long. Way too long.
Yeah, way too much work for us to put out 2-hour-long videos,
Yeah, because
1 hour long videos are already hard enough.
Yeah, because I'm going through and editing and I'm making the thumbnails and stuff, and Sid is going through and subtitling after I edit. So it's a whole lot of work. Which I know that doesn't sound like a whole lot of work, and we also thought that wasn't a whole lot of work, and then we did a 2-hour video a few months ago and we were like,
like, oh, actually I never want to do this again in my life. And it's funny because that video was only 1.5 hours, and I still did not want to finish it.
When it was recorded though, when we were recording for it was 2.5. So I took about an hour off of that video, which is crazy.
Crazy.
But yeah, this is what it's like. We talk and talk and talk. We don't include everything. We probably cut about a third of what we say out most of the time because it's stupid silly shit that doesn't
It's
need to
stupid
be.
stuff, or it's stuff that we said 5 times in a row.
Yeah. Or we're relating it
Which
to
is
something that
fine.
is entirely unrelated and does not need to be a part of the video.
Yeah, and then we go on a crazy tangent.
Yeah.
Classic.
It's what happens when you make videos with your friends.
Yep. Sometimes you just start talking like your friends. Crazy concept.
Wild. But yeah, we will see you on Saturday for episode 10 of the first, which will be B teams go at the creativity screening, which is going to be very interesting because we saw in the previews that they do not have a good time.
Drama. There's drama afoot.
It's wild.
Conflict on the horizon.
And what's
My goodness.
even wilder is knowing that 3 B first members are in that group. And they're clashing on every front.
Yep.
But yeah, we will see you guys on Saturday for next episode of the first. And then we'll see you next Wednesday for whatever we decide to record later on this week. We don't know yet. It'll be something.
We'll know at another point. I don't even know yet.
Who's to say? Maybe
Okay,
maybe if you're
bye.
fast enough,
wait.
we'll do something that you comment if there's a bunch of comments of the same thing when we post this.
That's true, actually.
Yeah, because we're gonna
That's
be
true.
recording the day we post this and the day after. So if you comment something fast enough, we might take your comments and go, okay, yeah, we'll do that. But yeah,
Yep.
we will catch you guys next time. Have a good day or night or wherever the hell you are, and bye.